Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to PhotoBiz Live. This is Jennifer Roeder from the PhotoBiz marketing team. Today we are joined by Vance from our passionate support team, and he is going to give us a wonderful webinar about PhotoBiz Gym's overlooked features. Vance is a Level 2 agent and an SEO specialist here at PhotoBiz. If you've ever checked out our team page on the website, you'll notice his nickname is Bebop, and he's very passionate about motorsports photography. Today he's going to walk us through, as I mentioned, some overlooked gems. So if you've ever wondered how you can make your website stand out, this is the webinar for you. Vance will be taking you through our control panel with step-by-step how-to guides on some of our really neat features. He will be exploring how to make your gallery images pop with image shifting, uploading PDF files, and using the image clipboard to maximize your membership plan. Have you ever wondered what a favicon is? Today you will not only learn what it is, but how to make one for your site. Plus, he will walk you through so much more. In addition to getting the opportunity to learn from Vance in today's webinar, we'll also have a question and answer session at the end. You may submit your questions using the chat tool, and they will be answered after the presentation. You can also join in the discussion on Twitter by using the hashtag PhotoBizLive. If at any point during today's webinar you have difficulty hearing the speaker or seeing the slides, please make sure to use the comment box to be able to chat and let us know. We will also be recording this webinar and will be available for replay on our YouTube channel. You simply can go to www.youtube.com/photobiz. With that being said, I'm happy to turn things over to Vance.
Well, thank you very much, Jen, and thank you to everybody else who's joining us today for this awesome webinar. Some things I'm going to be covering today, just some overlooked features and features that I feel are overlooked most by customers. I get a lot of phone calls throughout the day and get certain things I get a lot of questions on, and tell people about certain features that they really had no idea that were there. So I'm just going to kind of go over the majority of those today. So what we're going to be covering first are going to be the Flash and HTML website, so that section of the control panel. After that, we'll move on to the Biz, Store, and Blogs site portions of our control panel. Some of the things we're going to go over with the Flash and HTML are color shifting, the image clipboard, which actually applies pretty much throughout all products, but I want to kind of cover it within the Flash and HTML section first. We're going to go over favicon upload, page-specific SEO sections, and the music/PDF upload section. Color shifting is something that I think a lot of people know about, but they don't really utilize it for their websites. It is a very easy way to adjust your color scheme and to really showcase your images and really make them pop with that extra color. You can make a different color scheme for each gallery by choosing one color for the image, or you can change multiple images within a gallery. So it really leaves a lot of customization up to you and how you want people to see your website. To use the color shifting feature, the first thing that you're going to want to do is go into one of your galleries, so your homepage gallery or just one of your slideshows that you have on your website. And from there, you will click on the image that you want to start the color shifting on. So what you go ahead and do is click on the image. It's going to bring the image up for you a little bit larger there, and you're going to notice that across the teal bar there at the very top, you have image, color, and caption. The icon you're going to want to click on is the color, and that's going to bring us through to the next tab. As you can see here, the bottom arrow is pointing to a little color dropper, and that's what you're going to see. And you're going to be able to drag that all across the image to find the exact color that you want to use. What I've done is just selected the color on the wheel, and as you can see on the right-hand side where the arrow is pointing to, there's that little square box there that shows that color. It also gives you the hex code number there, which is the #, the number right above update, which you can take and use in other aspects of your color picker if you would like. After you're done with that, you would hit update, and then you'll be able to preview your website and see the effect that it has. If you notice here, I've got the first image at the very top is just the color from that first image. The second little image there, it will be the second image in the gallery, and you can see how it really changes the colors. So depending on what template you have and how your website is built, you really have the ability to go through and make each individual image stand out and really personalize your website. Next up, we have the image clipboard. This is something that we released a couple months ago, and it's really been an amazing feature that I feel has not been utilized as much as it should. It is a really great way to help maintain your membership plan and really keep your costs down for your website, especially if you have multiple products. You're able to use the same image multiple times, multiple locations, and it's only going to count against your image plan once. So again, it goes back to really keeping your membership plan under control and keeping that cost down. You can store up to 100 images on the clipboard. Now, it only holds 100 images at a time. But what you can do is, put an image in there, go put it in multiple places, and if you have to, for some reason, delete it out of the clipboard, it's still going to stay in those multiple places. So it's not going to be deleted out if you take it out of the clipboard. So this is how you use the clipboard. You'll notice that pretty much every gallery or image section that you go into on your website is going to have, of course, the Upload Images section, and it's going to have the clipboard icon. Whenever you have the clipboard icon, that means that the clipboard feature is available to use in that gallery. So what you would do is drag the image. As you can see, you would hold down click on the image there, and you can follow the arrow up. You would drag it to where it says drop here to copy. So you drag it all the way up there and let go of it. It's going to drop it into your clipboard, and you're going to get that notification there. It says one image was copied to your clipboard. Then what I'm going to do, this is actually over in the store, the site builder for the store, blog, and BizSite. The images tab there is where you're going to want to go for the gallery. And instead of clicking on upload images like you normally would, what you would do is click where it says clipboard insert/view. Once you do that, it's going to take you into your clipboard. That was where all your images are stored. So what I'm going to do is select the image that I dragged and then click insert in the bottom right hand corner. And that's going to insert the image into that gallery for me. If you also look, we're looking at the image here now, if you look right above it in the upper left-hand corner, you can see there's those two teal squares there. That is the logo that represents the image being copied. So if you're ever looking at a gallery and wondering, well, do I have this image in two places? Is it copied or not? This will be how you can find out if it's copied. Next up, we have a favicon upload, which is it's a great free service. There's nothing extra that you have to do to use it, and it's something that can really help add that personal touch to your website. I find some people do use it. Some people know what it is, but people sometimes don't know how to get it in the correct file format or even get it uploaded. So this is the website that I recommend to use. It's favicon.cc. It's very user-friendly, very easy to use, and also gives you some customizing options on your image. Once you go to the website, you'll click where the arrow is pointing. It says Import Image. So you're going to want to click there so you can upload your own image from your website. And you can upload a logo or an image, pretty much any image that you have that meets the size restriction of 5 megabytes, you can choose to upload there. Once you click on Import Image, it's going to bring you through to this next little page. You can click where it says Browse right there, and that's going to, of course, open up your computer screen. You're going to be able to choose the image that you want to use and select it. Right below that, you'll notice there's the two little circles there that you can select in. One says Keep Dimensions, and the other says Shrink to Square Icon. I usually recommend staying with Keep Dimensions because it's going to help keep your image proportionate and not kind of shrink it down and scrunch it up like the square icon does. I've never seen anyone use that shrink to square icon, but I mean, if you can find a use for it with yours, then there's definitely nothing wrong with using that. So once you have that selected, you're going to hit Upload, and it's going to refresh your screen out to this one right here. There in the center, it's going to show you a very zoomed-in image of your favicon, which gives you the ability to, you could add some animation to it, you can move it around, change colors, change the transparency of it. So there's really a lot that you can do with it. For this image here, I'm just going to leave it just like it is there. And if you look down where the arrow is pointing, it puts you in the preview section. So there it's going to give you a little preview of what it's going to look like in your URL bar whenever somebody's viewing your website. What you're going to do is click where it says Download Favicon, and you'll save it to your desktop. I recommend saving it to your desktop just so you can have it somewhere that's going to be very easy to find and very easy to upload to your website. Once that's done, you're going to go back into your control panel and you're going to go to the settings section. From settings, you'll go to Favicon Upload, and then of course you'll hit Browse, get the file off your desktop is where you saved it to, and then hit Upload there. And this will be the end result. Whenever somebody goes to your website, you can see the arrows now pointing to the favicon that I have up there in the upper left-hand corner. So it's something that's free, doesn't take too long to do it all, and it really helps to add a lot of personalization to your website. Next up, I'm going to go over the page-specific SEO sections. I would say at least 90% of the people that I talk to on the phones do not have any page-specific SEO information on their website. I'm not really going to get too in-depth into SEO, so definitely if you want to get an SEO consultation and learn more about search engine optimization, feel free to give our support team a call. Our number is 866-463-7620, and just give us a call. We're here Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you're going to want to ask to speak with an SEO specialist. So just some of the highlights of the page-specific SEO sections. You want to use it to make your page stand out on Google. So you want to put unique information in there. It's great for Google indexing, and you can really help to make your pages stand out. Up here, I've just got a sample of what you could do with it. I've chosen one of my gallery pages on my website, and so what you do for that gallery page is you go to the Details section and then click on Search Engine Optimization. So pretty much every content page has this section within it. For the website title, I put my business name, Vance M Photography, dash the page name, which is Tyler's S13. So this is really helpful, and you put your business name dash whatever the page name is to help distinguish it from all the rest. I put a little description that talks a little bit about the information on the web page, so it talks about the car and talks about the equipment that I use to shoot the car. And the same thing goes for the keywords. Talk about the car, location, and of course photography. So it's just a way to really help your individual pages stand out, and again to help you with your search engine indexing. Next up is the music / PDF upload section. I actually get quite a few calls about this, mostly relating to the PDF files, not so much music. What you can do with a PDF file, you can make brochures, you can make any kind of almost information pamphlets with this. You can make it in Microsoft Word and upload them directly from this section. So how you upload a music or a PDF file is you log into your control panel. You notice in the upper right hand corner you have music / PDF. So that's where you're going to click first. After you're there, it's going to bring you into the control panel section for it, which is going to be the music and PDF upload and also your music and PDF library. What you do is click Browse. Of course, you'll find the file that you want to upload from your computer, and then you'll click Upload, and it's going to put whatever you uploaded in your library down there. So I've uploaded a PDF file, as you can see here, and it's going to generate a link for you. So you see the name for it, how much photo space it takes, the type of file it is, whether it's an MP3 or a PDF file, and also gives me the link directly to it. So now what I can do on my website is if I have an information page or if I want to use a links page, I can link out to these PDF files and offer tangible content for my clients to get off of my website. So if you have a pricing guide or any kind of forms that you need filled out and mailed to you, then this is definitely the section where you want to use that for. It's something that's built into your website and doesn't take that long to set up at all. So that covers some of the features of the Flash and HTML control panel for us. Now we're going to go over the BizSites store and blog features. For the BizSite, we're going to cover the feature for publishing your sitemap, background for the header and the website, and also the icon control bank. For the store, we're going to cover event renewals, and custom order statuses, and custom checkout options. And then for the blog, we're going to go over how to embed external images and also how to put a widget onto your blog. The first thing we're going to cover is publishing your sitemap. So this really comes in handy if you make any changes to your website. I recommend, if you do make any changes at all to your website, to go under the search engine section, which I have the arrow pointing to here. It's going to take you into your search engine section. You're going to see the Publish Sitemap button. Every time you make any changes at all, it takes time for Google to see changes that you make to your website. So what this does, every time you publish your sitemap, it really helps Google and it helps all the other search engines to be able to see the changes that you make a lot quicker. So it's going to be definitely a good practice, whether you're uploading a new image or whether you're putting in any new content. I would say for any change you make, get in the habit of publishing your sitemap just to help all of your updates to be seen a lot faster by the search engines. Next up, we have the background for the header and the website. This is very handy. We've actually grown our image bank for this to be quite large now, and we have full page backgrounds and tile section backgrounds, and even a very nice selection of header backgrounds that you can use for your website. It's really, really easy to put these on. You know, it does not take more than a couple minutes, and really helps to alleviate time that you might spend using Photoshop and just trying to create something of your own while still helping your website maintain that customized look. To get into this section first, where you're going to go is under the Site Builder, go to Settings, and you notice at the very bottom there we have the Background section. The first thing we're going to cover is the site side of it, which is here. And these are some of the tiled backgrounds that we have. So what you would do is you would come in here, choose the one that you want, or if you didn't like some of the tiled backgrounds we also have full page backgrounds, which are designed to cover the entire area with a specific design and not just be a repeated design. After you've chosen the background that you like, what you can do, you'll have to scroll down to the very bottom, of course, and click on Update Your Background Image Selection. That's going to update it to your live website. If it doesn't look the way you want it to look, or if it's stretching it out too much, this is the section that you're going to want to come to next, which is Settings. So we're still under the background image section, but you're going to want to go to Images, or Settings instead of Image. Sorry about that. From here, you're able to adjust your background image settings. So if you're using a tiled feature, of course, you can have it selected on tile. If you have an image that is going to be a specific design and it's supposed to just take up the entire area, whether it's one of ours or whether it's something that you've uploaded directly from your website, I'm going to suggest using the Scale to Fit option. It's going to fit your background image to a website while maintaining the image proportions, so it's not going to blow it out of proportions or make it look weird. It's going to make it look very nice and fit it to your entire background. Next up, under the settings, we're going to cover the header section, which is a brand new feature that we've added. This is going to cover kind of the top section of the website, and I'll get an image up here in a minute so we can see exactly what this looks like after everything's been selected. These are our full header backgrounds that we have. So as you can see there's a very nice selection of some that you can choose from, and you can also upload your own as well, and it even gives you, if you look right there above the header background upload, it gives you the pixel size that you'll want to use for that image. The one that I chose was the teal gradient linen, so after I selected that, I would have hit update my background selection, and this is what I have. So this is just one of our backgrounds that we have with one of our header backgrounds, and this is a custom uploaded logo. But essentially, you can use the heading text there and use the background and logo background and have a very nice looking website in just a matter of minutes, which is something that's really great. It makes the website very accessible. Next up, we're going to go over the icon bank control. This is something that I get a lot of phone calls about people wondering how to put icons onto their website. This is very helpful. You know, you can add in all of your social media icons, you can adjust the size of icons, and you can also adjust the color that they appear in. So you do have, you know, some freedom there in adjusting how the icons are going to look without having to know any kind of HTML code at all. The first thing you would do is go to your settings section. From your settings section, you'll notice the arrows pointing to the icons section. So we have icons and settings. These are all referred to the icons. So what we're going to do first is start out in the icons area. This is what it's going to look like. So underneath the teal bar there, you have, of course, video tutorial, add icon. If you're wanting to put an icon in there, what you do is click add icon, and it brings you to this screen here, which is where you can see, of course, the icon bank that we've already got there selected. So all you have to do, whether you're using Pinterest or Twitter or Facebook or even PayPal, is you just have to select it there. After you've selected it, you just put in your URL in the URL box there. So if you're using Facebook, what you would do is just go view the Facebook wall as if you were one of your clients viewing your Facebook page. Copy the URL from the very top and just paste that directly in there. Target, I always recommend that people keep their target as opening in a new window. If you have it to opening in the same window, what happens a lot of times is that people might, you know, accidentally just exit out of it thinking it opened up in a new window, and then they'll, you know, get completely off of your website, which is never good. You always want to keep people on your website. And then the tooltip is what I get a lot of questions about. The tooltip is what shows up whenever hovering over the icon. So if I were to hover over the Facebook icon, a little window is going to pop up that says like us on Facebook. So it's just a way to get, you know, if somebody hovers over it, just a way to get some more information out there to them, which is a really, really neat, cool feature. Under the icon settings, we have the option for color, so you can choose to have the icons in a grayscale color, or you can choose to have them in a colored mode. So whichever one you feel stands out more to the clients, or whichever one works better with your template, is how you want to choose that. And then, of course, you can adjust your sizes as well. So instead of having a fixed size, you now can choose a small size or a medium size. Next, we have event renewals. This is something that has been with the store for quite some time, but I really don't see a lot of people taking advantages of it. This really comes in handy whenever you have clients that, you know, they might wait till the last minute to come through and purchase images from you, and you just want a way to have it set up to where it'll automatically renew and you don't have to worry about anything. Well, this is where you're going to do that. So what you do for this is go under the store control panel. And from the store control panel, go under events and then event renewals right there. Under event renewals, you have the option to, of course, add a renewal option. So that's where you're going to click first, and it's going to bring you to this next little window, which is the second image here. You can choose the extension period, so how many days you want to offer an extension for, and the cost for each extension. So as you can see here, I'm letting them pay $10 to renew their event for 5 days. So what they would do, and we'll get through that here in a second, but they would pretty much go into the event and they would have multiple options to choose from for renewing an event, and they would select the one they want, check out, purchase it, and then the event would be up live for them to view for another 5 days. You also have the ability to add in multiple renewal period options, so if you want to offer more than just 5 days or more than just one option, then you can put in those multiple options. Now, if you are going to use event renewals, you need to make sure that your store displays expired events. So to activate that, what you'll do is go under the events again, preferences, and then general. This is going to take us into your events preferences, and just have the arrow there pointing to it. You just want to make sure that display expired events is checked to yes, so that, of course, if it does expire, then it's there for them to renew. And this is what it's going to look like. So if they go in and try and sign into their event that's been expired, it's going to pull this page up. It's going to show the extension period along with the costs, so they can choose which option that they want to use. Then it'll take them through to the cart for the checkout process, and after the payment's been completed and set to paid, then their event will be back up for them to use. Next for the store, we're going to go over the custom order statuses. This is something that I don't see used a lot, but can definitely be something to come in handy if you like to keep track of your orders and hope to add some more options in there. Some things that I really see it used for, shipped and received. So if you want to kind of keep track of your orders step by step just for your documents to see where things are going and how things being processed, this is definitely a great feature for you. To add this, we'll still be under the store, and you'd go to Settings and then Custom Order Statuses. From your custom order status, it's going to take you into the little control panel for that, and you would hit Add Order Status. And it's going to ask you for 3 different options: status name, email subject, and email message. For the status name, I've put in there shipped. And this is also going to send an email once you select that status. So my email subject is your order has been shipped, and the email message I've put in there, you can put a tracking number in there, or you can just put any kind of message that you want to send out to the client. And you can also add in multiple options of this. So you have shipped and received that I've put there just to give myself more freedom in seeing where the order is in the process. To change the order status, you'll need to go under Overview, and you would go to the order that you want to edit, and you'll notice you have the order status there. You can drop that down and you can select shipped or received. So that's how you are going to select that per order. Next up, we have the custom checkout option. This is a really great feature, especially for people who might work with high school seniors and to taking big orders that you need to get some special information from, or for most people, if you just want to take some feedback on how your client's experience was with you, then you could definitely add that in as well. To add that in, still under the store control panel, you'll go under Settings and go to Custom Checkout Option. Once you're there, you're going to add the custom checkout option, and this is what you're going to see. So you're going to see field type, label, description, of course if you want to make it visible, and if you want to make it required. For the label, it's just going to be a title, so this is going to be what they see. So how do we do is just leave some feedback for us, and the description is going to be where they actually type information in, so they would of course delete out leave feedback here and type in whatever they want to put in to send to you. You want to make sure it's checked to visible, of course, and you can have it required or not required. If it's required, then it's not going to let them check out until they put information in there. So if you need to take some order-sensitive information, like if you're doing a birthday card and you want to put the card information on there, this is where you would put that at. After you're done, this is what it looks like. So this will be in the very last step of the checkout process, and you can see there it's the how do we do leave feedback here, and it gives the text box there to leave the feedback, which is sent to you in the order receipt. Next up, this is probably the biggest question that I get on the phone referring to the blog site is the images and how are they supposed to use their image plan, because of course over time you build up a whole lot of images and your plan is just going to go up and up. So what we've done is we've given you the ability to embed images into blog posts to where you can have very, very high quality images and it's not going to take away from your image plan at all. The sites I recommend, the one I recommend the most is Flickr. They have a free service. They also have a paid service, unlimited hosting through Flickr. I believe it's around $25 for a year. Their images upload very fast, very high quality images as well, and they also stay copyright protected. Some other ones are also Dropbox and PhotoBucket. The one I'm going to walk you through today, though, is Flickr. So what you would do is you would upload all of your images to your Flickr account, and you'd be looking at the ones that you want to use for the blog post. Once you find the one that you want to put into the blog post, what you're going to do is click on the image, and it'll bring it up to this next window here where it's going to be a little bit larger. Now to get the sizes to put on your blog, what you're now going to do is right click on the image, and it's going to give you a size menu. So another cool feature of this is that it gives you a bunch of multiple sizes that you can choose from for your blog post. After you've selected what size you want to use, it's going to bring you through to the image where you can see the image much larger. I've kind of walked through this in both Firefox and Internet Explorer here, so you can get the concept of how you move the images. If you're in Firefox, what you do is you right-click on the image and select Copy Image Location. What that's going to do is that's just going to copy the direct link to the image, which is what you'll need to paste into the blog post, which we'll get to here in a second. Also here we've got Internet Explorer. So whenever you right-click in Internet Explorer, it brings up this drop-down menu. What you need to do is go to the very bottom, click on Properties, and then it pulls this up for you, which is going to be the properties of the image, and you'll need to copy the address. So once you either copy the image location or copy the address from here, you go into your blog post, and you can put you want to put the cursor for where you want the image to go. So I want the image to go underneath my name there, so I put the cursor there, and then on the editing box there, you'll want to click on the little square with the tree in it. That's the representative icon for images. Once there, you'll want to click on the URL tab and then paste your image where it says image URL. I recommend for image URL just using actual size. If you tend to choose a bigger size, it can take down on the quality of it. So you can use Flickr's sizing to edit the size, make the image as large as you want. Once that's been done, you'll click Insert. And this is what it looks like in the blog post. So as you can see, it's going to look just like any uploaded image. It's not going to even reflect that it's been uploaded elsewhere and embedded, and it's going to also take your image plan and help to monitor that, so you don't have to end up spending a whole lot of money on your image plan. So this is a really great feature that I would strongly recommend that you utilize for your blog posting. And last up, we have widgets on the blog page. This is helpful for adding any kind of social media widgets, newsletter sign-up forms, or any kind of HTML or embedded content that you might want to put along with your blog. To do this, you'd go under your site builder and go to your blog page. And from your blog page, you're going to go to the widgets icon there, which is what I have the arrow pointing to. Once under the widgets icon, you're going to click Add Widget, and it's going to bring up this control panel here for you, which is going to ask you for the widget type. The archive and tags are already there. They're there as soon as you purchase the blog, and those are just things like a tag cloud and an old archive of old posts. So what you're going to want to select is HTML, and that's going to bring you the HTML content box and the sizing and the widget title. I'm embedding my Facebook icon into here, so you can put the Leicas on Facebook, and you could change the height, and then once you're done with that, click Add Item. And as you can see there, on the right-hand side, it's put the Facebook social media like box there. If you're wanting to get any kind of code from Facebook, the website to go to is developers.facebook.com. and go to the social plugins section. So this is where you can get a like box or a news feed or anything from Facebook to put onto your website, and a lot of places have something like this. You can even put YouTube videos on the site or any kind of embedded content that you would like to use. And that is everything that we have to cover, so I guess now we're going to open it up for questions. Just give us 1 second here, and we'll definitely be able to answer any questions. So go ahead and send them through the message box now, and we'll just answer them in the order that they come in. Okay, Suzanne, so I see your questions there. You just have some questions about, can you share images between the flash site and the store? And yes, you can do that. What I'll go ahead and do, I see here that you're requesting someone to call you, so I'll actually just give you a call here once we're done to answer any questions that you might have. The next question that we have is from Michael, and it is SEO something I could have you do or pay for that? SEO is actually something that we do for free. It's part of your membership plan, so you get free SEO consultations on your website. If you want to, you can give us a call. Our number is 866-463-7620. And we're here Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And whenever you call in, Michael, just ask for an SEO specialist, and we will definitely be able to help you out with any questions that you might have. Yes, Suzanne, let me just double check that for you. Let me pull up my I'm sorry. So Susanna asked a question. Are pictures you put in the URL on the blog, are they right-click protected like the galleries are? The answer to that is I believe they are. So what I'm going to do now is go through to my demo site, and I'm going to pull up the images that I've embedded just to verify that. So give me 1 second here, everybody. Okay, so I'm going to go into my blog now that I have here, and as you can see here, all the images, I'm right-clicking on it, and because of the way our system works, there's not any way that anybody can right-click on there and take the images off. Now, the Flickr itself is also, you have a way to right-click, protect, and copyright your images through Flickr. So even using an external service like that, your images are still going to have that full copyright protection. The next question we have is from eBelk, and she just asks, can you use image links in other areas in addition to the blogs? Unfortunately, right now, the only area that we have to use image links are in the blog section. Now, on the BizSites side of things, so under the site builder, if you have like an information page or a Marquee Plus page, you can use that HTML section there and embed an image just like this. You're going to have to know a little bit of HTML code for that, which you can get from w3schools.com, or if you want to get any help with doing that, you can just give our support team a call as well. Another question is for Karen, and Karen, what I'm going to do to answer that question for you is I'm going to have one of our SEO specialists call you back to go over that. The next question we see here is from Michael again, and it is, do you recommend staying away from full-page sites since they tend to run off the page? And for smartphones, which templates work best? So whenever you're referring to full-page sites, Michael, are you referring to back to the Flash HTML control panel using like a full-screen Flash template? Michael, I've also unmuted you as well, so if you have a mic, you can speak.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Michael.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean full screen instead of full page.
Okay.
Full screen.
Yeah, so the full screen templates are probably actually the ones I would recommend to go with. They are our newest templates that we have out, so they have all the features on them, and they work well with a Flash websites. Now, if you're using a smartphone and you're viewing the Flash HTML website, you're either going to see the HTML side of things, or you're going to see the mobile site, whichever product that you have. If you have the mobile site, everybody's going to see, the exact same thing. It's either going to be the white or the black color scheme there. And if it's the HTML site, probably one I would recommend, one of the HTML templates for phones, is probably going to be the Nashville. That's going to be a good one to use. The next question we have here is from David, and he says he's having some issues with portrait photos, just making them look their best and struggle to make them look as good as landscape. Have you any suggestions for making them look better? Well, David, what you can do with these images, and this is actually going to be a fantastic way to help you, save space on your image space as well, is in Photoshop, just create an image that's 1500 by 865, and that's in pixels. Once you create that image, what you can do is take two portrait-style images and put those on that one landscaped images. So you're getting two images there beside each other, and you can paste those as one landscaped image onto your website. Now, whenever you're saying you're having trouble just making sole portrait photos, not look their best, are you referring to putting them in the blog, or are you referring to putting them elsewhere on the website? And we're going to unmute you, so if you can speak, David, you go ahead and talk.
I'm not sure you're going to be able to hear me.
Yeah, but we can hear you just fine.
That's good. Yeah, no, I was referring to the blog site, and sorry if you're struggling with the UK accent.
No, it's completely fine, David. What I would actually do for that is look into using Flickr. As we were going over earlier, Flickr gives you a much larger size to embed than the system does. The system is only going to put a maximum image of 865 up onto the blog post, and if you end up stretching that out to fit the screen, then it's kind of going to expand it out and make it look a little bit less in quality, because it's having to fill up a lot more space than a landscaped image. So if you go through an external service like Flickr or Dropbox or anyone, you can start with a much larger image. So what I would do, upload the image and take a really large size version of it and then embed it into a blog post, and you should definitely see an increase in image quality there. Okay, hold on one second here, just seeing we've got a lot of questions coming in, so just want to check them real quick. Okay, so this other question that we have is from Aris, and she's saying that she's trying to find the sitemap button, but you cannot find it. What I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm just going to go ahead and log into my demo account here, and I will walk you through how to get access to that. Okay, so what you're going to do for the sitemap button is you're going to go into your store control panel or your BizSite or your blog, whichever product you have, and you're going to go to the Site Builder section. Once you're under the Site Builder section here, we're going to go to Search Engines. From Search Engines, it's going to take us right into that sitemap section, and you'll have the link to the sitemap and also the Publish button. So all you're going to do here is click on the Publish Sitemap. It'll say your sitemap has been published and also tell you the date that you last published it on. Okay, the next question we have is from Dana, and she asks, let me get back up here. She's pretty much wanting to know in the client gallery section of the store site, when they click on buy, it shows the print prices as well as the heading for other items. She's wanting to know if there's a way to manage what items are shown in that drop-down menu, just so like kind of splitting it out, so one client might see one set of products, another client might see another set. There is a way to kind of price that out for who you want to see what items. The way to do that is to go under your store control panel, and you're first going to start under the e-commerce section and price lists. Once you're under the price list, you're going to edit whichever price list you use for the event. So say I'm using global price list for one event. I'm going to click edit right there, and I'm going to click on my product. So I'm going to click Custom, and then click Custom again on my wedding products that I want to show up. So if I want this product to show up, I'm going to check it, but if I don't want any other ones to show up, then I'll just leave them selected on None. This way, this person's only going to see that one product for their event. Once you're done with that, you of course just hit Save Changes. You can go back into the price list section and you can edit another price list as well. So if you want somebody else to not see that, what you do is for their price list, go under Products, click Custom for that, and then just uncheck that and hit Save Changes. So now whoever I give the global price list to, they're going to see that product. Whoever I give the wedding price list to, they're not going to be able to see that product. Okay, if you have the old PhotoBiz cart, there's actually not a way to do it per event like this. So the way you would do it in the PhotoBiz cart, we'll walk back over here for you, is you would do it under the event pricing tab that we have right here. So what you would do is you would go under the event pricing tab, and you would set all of the pricing information out there. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I just got really confused on the questions there. Sorry, everybody. The PhotoBiz cart actually does not have that sitemap feature to it. That's something that's only specific to the store. And I think I might have covered everyone's questions. Does anybody else have anything else that they'd like to ask? If you do, you can go ahead and type it out. I'll leave the chat up here for another second. Okay, so we have a question from Laura here, just asking if we would recommend an HTML or mobile mirror site for use on phones, iPads. Depending on what you have, I would probably recommend using the HTML mirror over the mobile mirror. The simple answer for that for the iPads is that the iPads cannot see the mobile mirror site. They can only see the HTML mirror because the mobile is only going to work for phones. Another advantage to having the HTML mirror over the mobile mirror is that the HTML mirror is going to look pretty much like your website looks, and it's going to display links, whereas the mobile mirror does not display links. So if you have, a lot of external links on your website, so if you link out to other websites or link out to any videos or anything, I would definitely recommend using the HTML mirror over the mobile mirror site. Not a problem. And I guess that's all the questions that we have coming in. So for everyone who I said I would give them a call back, I'm going to make sure to take your name down, and we'll have one of our support agents give you a call. I've actually got one more question that come in here from Dana, and it's asking in the store site builder section, when moving the headings around in the main menu, how do I move a title from being a heading to being a drop-down item? So I'll go ahead and walk you through that now. So if everyone wants to follow along, we're going to go under the site builder. As you can see here, I have all of my content pages here, but nothing is under a drop-down. What you do is you go right here underneath this teal bar where it says plus events page. You're going to drop that down, and you're going to go under content, and you're going to add a drop-down menu. Once I've added that, I'm going to hit the plus sign. It's going to tell me that it's been added, and it's going to put an extra drop-down menu right here at the very bottom. Now that you've done that, the extra drop-down menu name, so say I'm going to put my galleries under a drop-down. So I will name my drop-down gallery, or galleries, I should say. Save the changes. It's going to change the name, and then I can move that wherever I want it to be. Now to put an item underneath that, remember, this is my drop-down menu now. I'm going to come to my test gallery. I'm going to grab these directional arrows here, and I'm going to move it directly on top of the word galleries. What that does is it's going to drop it down, and I'll do another one here so you can see. The good way to know that it's going in here is if you see this black line that shows kind of right above my cursor here, you can put that wherever you need to. Whenever that black line goes away, as you can see, it's there, and now it's gone. It's there, it's gone. Once it's gone, if you let go, it's going to drop that menu underneath there. So now I have my drop-down menu that's named Galleries, and I have my items underneath it. That's not a problem. And David, I'll actually give you a call to talk about that a little bit more if you'd like. And also to everyone else who had a question I wasn't able to answer over the chat here, I will make sure that we have someone give you a call. So I guess this is a last call for any questions that anyone might have. Thank you very much, Suzanne. And I'll still give you a call after this to go over some of your questions with you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. Got another question coming in here, actually. And this one's coming from, I believe it's Joseph, and it says, how can I make my banners in my biz site bigger? We've actually just added a really cool feature into this. So if you're under your marquee items section, this is where you upload your banners to. So of course you add a banner. As far as sizing for it, the maximum that they're going to be is 1,200 pixels wide by 500 pixels tall. So you can make it, anywhere along that size. I'd recommend, just for viewing purposes, staying between 325 pixels tall and 500 pixels tall. Now, to adjust the size to make it bigger, what you'll do is you'll come under the slideshow button here. Once you're under the slideshow button, you'll notice down here we have banner height, which can be anything between 100 and 500 pixels. So if you want to make it much larger, all you have to do is type in 500 there, scroll down and hit Save Changes, and that'll make your banner height a whole lot larger. And I'll view here, and as you can see now, my banner is very, very large. Or if I want to come back, I can change it back to the 325 I had it at. Save my changes. And you'll notice that it's now much smaller again. Does that answer your question for you, Joseph? Definitely, definitely. And that's one of the other things that we had in mind with that is to, a lot of people wanted to put nice big slideshows up there for their banner, so we've definitely increased the size to make it a lot more viewable. Okay, well, we are now going to be closing off the webinar, so everybody, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm going to hand everything over to Jen.
Well, thank you again, everyone, for your great questions today, and a special thank you to Vance for taking time to present all these wonderful hidden gems. And wanted just to remind everybody the recording of today's webinar will be posted on our YouTube channel. Again, that's youtube.com/PhotoBiz. Also, be sure to check our blog and watch your email for updates on future webinars. The next webinar will be a special Spanish edition of PhotoBiz Live with our bilingual passionate support agents, Raul and Adriana. They will take you on a tour of what PhotoBiz can do in Spanish. So that will be next Thursday, which is July 26th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, thank you, Vance, and thank you, everyone, for joining us. That concludes this episode of PhotoBiz Live. Have a great day, everyone.